Hi everybody, this is Kelly, also known on Twitter as Kellyann1977. And there's Lazy Peppy, as usual, just doing nothing. I just posted the cell phone version of Animal Crossing, and it's called Pocket Camp, a free Google Play game. It ended up being 20 minutes long, but it loading a lot of loading screens. So I just showed the map. I showed some inventory I have. I showed one of the areas, how you befriend people, one of the events with the balloons going on. So just a short little video. If anybody is interested, likes the game, wants to go check it out. This is a cell phone only game, and today begins week 10. I still having a hard time sleeping. Last year around this time, I actually wouldn't get out of bed for 36, 42 hours. So I'm doing much better where I'm not oversleeping, but I'm having a hard time falling asleep, staying asleep. So I napped on and off yesterday, woke up later than what I wanted to, tried to do the rest of my work that was due yesterday. And then about 1:47 in the morning, I started to make sure I replied to everybody from the week before and started to do my postings. Then I find out that my teacher wants our final rough draft for our research paper that she said wouldn't be due until week 15. This is week 10, and I don't have a draft because she's never asked for one. So I usually do this 2 weeks before it's due. Any rough drafts, anything of that nature. So I don't have it done. So now I have to sit down tomorrow and do that instead of doing my other work. And I believe she wants it to be no less than 5 pages, no more than 8. So that's what I'll be doing tomorrow. Hopefully I feel a little bit better. I haven't napped or anything today, but when I finally went to bed, it was 5 a.m. My husband's alarm went off at 8 o'clock. So when he left to go to his classes, I started to cook lunch at 9:44 in the morning. So this is what I made. This is just some sauce, and it has sweet peas in it, onions and peppers. And because he cooked jumbo shrimp yesterday in the pan, and he forgot to dump the water and wash it right away. Overnight, I can actually smell the seafood, and I cannot eat seafood. So I had to improvise and use this for the pound and a half of pasta, and use that small thing to try to make the sauce. So at first, I cooked the sausage, flavored that up, added the tomatoes to it, and then once the pasta was done, I put it in the crock pot. It looks dry, but this is the way my husband likes it. I put the meat and diced tomatoes in here, mixed it up, added a little bit of sauce, and then I made that sauce by itself and I added to the top of mine because I like sauce. So he had some for lunch. We'll have it for dinner. Tomorrow we'll probably just have a sandwich, grilled cheese or something, and then have it for dinner. Skip Thursday and finish it off Friday. So, I mean, that's going to last a few days. So, I mean, if you include this week, I got 5 more weeks left. Can't wait for this semester to be over. It's, as you can probably see just by looking at my face, I'm very fatigued. I'm very tired. Hi. And it's a lot of work. I'm taking 5 credit classes, which I've never taken a 5 credit class before, and I didn't know I was taking 2 back to back. So it's like taking 3 classes. I'm fine. How are you doing? So I'm just waiting for my grades to be updated for art science. to see if I raised that at all. I answered 2 of the 6 quiz questions that she gave us the second attempt to, so hopefully that raises my quiz grade. But yeah, I have a lot of work. I gotta read 2 chapters, I gotta do a lab. I have to answer the questions correctly for microbiology, which takes me about 4 hours to do. I have to do that research paper. I didn't know that was due next Monday, for this Monday coming up. I have another poster to do, and I have to answer questions from the chapter for my teacher, and answer 2 questions and email that to my microbiology teacher. Oh, that's cool. You got a name for the dog? Peppy is the only doggy we have. We got her when she was a year old. She was being abused. She was being kicked. The kids at the house that she was at were climbing all over her. And the doctor says she has nerve damage in the leg. He feels that she was kicked or hit with something. And that's her being lazy. So yeah, she's the only doggy we have. We've had her for 5 years now. So I started to play the farming game that was finally released. My time at Porsche. So I was watching somebody do some things. She played the early access. I chose not to, just to see what's going on with that. So it seems like there's a lot to the story, which is fantastic. I played for 4 hours the other night because I couldn't sleep, and I've been trying to make the bridge, and it's taking forever. just so I can go over and see if I can find any chest. And God and Paws, if anybody plays that, is another farming game. I play that as a purple dinosaur or a dragon. They just had some major updates to theirs, and now you can make your own furniture and decorate your house, which is cool. And you can play as a playable horse if you like. The silly games I find. And I just bought, Ubisoft had a major sale, and I got Watch Dogs 1 and Watch Dogs 2. I got Season Pass, all the DLCs to both of them, and I paid $44, and it should have been $190. So it was a really, really great deal on Steam. So I think for a while I have about 228 games now on my computer alone. I think I'm done playing or buying any more games until I stop beating some. I just downloaded a whole bunch of mods for Dying Light that look very interesting that other players have made. I still haven't gotten into the DLC. Legend 4, and I'm trying to be like Legend 10 before I go, but it's really taking forever. I mean, if I play it twice, say 4 hours each time for 8 hours for the week, I may be halfway to leveling up. It's crazy. I guess with the DLC, you get more experience points, so it's a little bit quicker. But I don't want to make the mistake that I made before and have to start all over again and beat the original game because I went too early and I wasn't strong enough. So I don't want that to happen again. So I've just been doing little side quests, and I guess they added some trophies or something that you can look for on a map for people who still play the base game, for something to do. A couple extra side quests for free. And then I was watching somebody explain the timeline for Dying Light Bad Blood, and then Dying Light 2. So Dying Light happens. Crane, he goes over with the DLC. He's no longer around. Brecken, who's the only one left from his family, leaves, abandons the tower. According to this person, YouTuber, They said that's when Bad Blood takes place, within that time frame of a year. So I guess it was supposed to take Crane a year for the DLC story to take place. Unfortunately, I do know Crane does not make it, but for what he said, there's two different endings depending how you play, which is just sad. And then they're saying Dying Light 2, they think that Brecken might show up in it. This takes place 15 years after the first one, because some of the structures are structures that Crane told Brecken to do, and now it's in another place, another country. People have been looking at the outfits of some of the soldiers who have turned, and they have Haran information on the shoulder pad, which is saying that some of these people are from Haran. So maybe for a surprise, they're going to have Brecken there. Maybe this new character bumps into him. Would be nice. I do know that these zombies decaying levels now. Dying Light 2, from what the developers have said in an interview. You still have your newbies. They turn to biters after that, and they go in 4 or 5 different levels. And the last level is when their flesh actually starts to decay and falls off their body. And those are the easiest ones to fight. We'll find out more about how the virus mutated over the 15 years in Dying Light 2, and why these people who are infected with the virus now no longer go in the sunlight. So if you go into houses, apartments, buildings, you need to be careful because they could be in there. So the way it's going is you deal with the humans during the day, and then you deal with the infected at night, if you choose to play it that way. You can sleep during the night and not even deal with them. So it's all how you want to play the game. It's to be announced. I thought they had a date already. I swore they said it was coming out this year, 2019. I have a feeling it's not coming out to 2020. So, I looked into Dead Island 2, trying to figure out what's going on with that. They have now changed developers for the 3rd time in 5 years. I really think they're going to can. I don't think they're going to be able to produce this game. 5 years, no game. I think what happened with Silent Hills, where they couldn't produce that game as well, and they canned it. I think that's what's going to happen with Dead Island 2, which is ridiculous. It shouldn't be this difficult to make a game. They did Dead Island. They did what I call DLC add-on to it, even though it's another game. They made that teaser in 2016 that I played, cartoonish game. And I believe there's another one that they made. So there's no need why they can't pull and get their act together and make Dead Island 2. Especially when they made it seem like they were at least halfway through it with the trailer that they produced for E3. Why do that if you know you are nowhere close to completing this in 5 years? And what's really sad is you can actually pre-order this from certain sites, but if they never produce it, you won't be able to get your money back. So don't do that unless you know there's an announcement date. I would not be spending my money on something you never know if it's going to happen. So that's pretty shady. But other than that, not too much more going on. So tomorrow I will do my research paper. Thursday I'll finish some postings. Probably start on my poster. I'm doing my post. What am I doing my poster on? I forgot. Doing my poster on something. My poster for this week that I did, we do it the week before. I did plastic in the ocean. And another student did garbage in the ocean. So I kind of went on hers and commented on hers earlier this morning. My teacher did not ask me any questions. She said she was surprised with the information I gave, and I provided extra information with extra websites. People wanted to check it out. So if the teacher doesn't ask a question, usually that's a perfect grade, which I need. So I'm happy about that. This is only the third time this semester. Every week we have a poster to do. This is week 10. So this, if I get the perfect score, that'll be the third time. Yee. So I'm going to let everybody go. Not really doing much more, saying much more. So other than it's my sister's birthday Friday, so my landlord's a hair salon. She's going to make an appointment, and that's going to be her birthday gift. So I'll see her for a little bit Friday. And maybe I can get up to my mother-in-law's this weekend, depending how much work I have left. I haven't been up there since Christmas. I call weekly, but I haven't been able to get up there. And I haven't left my house since Valentine's Day. That's how poorly I've been feeling. Bye. Thank you for stopping by. You have a great day. So, yeah. I can't wait for the snow to stop. Now I'm waiting for it to melt again. And then I can start going for walks. As you can see, I'm just talking and walking back and forth in the house and having a hard time breathing. So I can't wait to be able to go ahead and start walking again. And now, even though I hate fruits and I don't really like yogurts, I've been having a yogurt before I go to bed whenever I go to bed for the day. So I've been trying to do that and incorporate that into my diet. So we'll see. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. Have a great day, everybody. Any concerns, comments, don't hesitate to leave them down below. Any cool cell phone games that you want me to play, or any applications you want to know if they're any good, just let me know. Google Play